You going with this, which is sweat mayonnaise, or that, which is crying hot sauce?
Hot sauce crying.
Yeah. I
It's
boy.
Thursday. I probably sweated about 10 gallons a day
Oh.
since Monday. Imagine if I had to smell sweaty mayonnaise all day. It's really hard to make me cry. Like,
Yeah. Listen, whatever you decide to do, don't hold yourself in a box. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. You just got to do it. Honestly.
I don't know. I like music. I'd be one to involve it around music, but I don't know if I want to be like engineer, producer. Like, I haven't thought about buying a camera and trying to do videos, but then it's like I also know people that do videos, so I'm not trying to like compete with them.
I mean, when you think about it, you're gonna be in competition with somebody regardless, and it's not even really competition. The social media world now is so big, bro, that all the I've been seeing all the big streamers literally say like it's enough for everybody to eat. Like it's come to a point now to where there is no more competition. Everybody can have their own different crowd for whatever, have their own support system and still be, living. And at the same time still supporting each other.
I'll be trying to like think about it, figure out some shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yo, welcome back to another episode of Likkle Table. I'm your host, your favorite neighborhood roster, and we are here for the commencement of episode 61 now, boy. And this guest needs no introduction. Fresh cracker in the box. The homie. What's
Type
good,
shit.
pimpin'?
What's up with you?
I appreciate love you dropping back in, boy. As you can see, we done made a few improvements.
Improvements.
Got the
We're coming up in the
microphone.
world. I like it.
Right, trying to
I
do a little
support it.
something. How you been, Belton?
Pretty good. How you been? It's been hot.
Listen, hot ain't even the word, bro. I see why the crime rate goes up so high during the summertime. Because the heat it makes you have an attitude.
Oh yeah, if you're homeless, you like, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna go in there and try to get me like a cold shower real quick.
Oh yeah, they just gotta arrest me.
I might even get like a decent meal.
Literally. I'm gonna start this show off with the dad joke, boy.
The dad joke.
Yes, sir. I started adding random dad jokes in the mix.
All right.
Found a couple on the internet, wanted to share them with my peoples.
I got a dad joke for you. I just seen it today.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom?
All right. Why?
Because the P is silent. Man, they just be so like simple. Like my humor is just different. Like I really find those when I first heard those on social media, bro, I was in tears. And I was like, why the hell am I finding these so funny?
Nah, listen. I just seen this one today. Why did the dad name his horse Mayo? Because Mayo neighs.
That's a clever one, yeah. Yeah.
You could cut that out and use it on next week.
I think that's why I like dad jokes too, because it's easy for them to go over somebody's head. Like if they don't have a certain depth to their mental, they're not gonna get it at all.
Yeah.
So you just had me hop on that Skyrim, boy. And I must say, granted that is one of the older ones, yeah, I'm definitely locked in. I like the game. The graphics, they
When I was telling you about it, I was like, man, I kind of feel like I'm hyping it up too much. I was like, what if you get on here and it's like, and it's kind of older and it's like some of the mechanics and stuff are older. So I was
yeah.
like, what if you get on here and he's like,
Bro, the only thing I ain't gonna lie to you, the only thing that pissed me off was it was two things that pissed me off. One of the things that pissed me off was because I didn't know I had a bounty on my head, and the old boy kept knocking me the hell off. That was one of the things. Then I found out I got nipped in the butt. Then when I found out you can't run after you carrying a certain amount, boy, walking takes so long.
See, it's kind of like that on other games too, though. They just won't let you pick it up. At least you can
True.
pick it up there, and you can get a horse. And if you got the horse, you can like still be overweight and get on the horse, and it don't matter.
Bro, see, that's the thing. The place that I went to,
And you can fast travel. So if you get on the horse, you can then just fast travel.
see, the place that I went to at first to collect some bounty, I had the horse the first time, but I died. So the second time I went straight there without the horse and gathered all that stuff, and it was like, you carrying too much, you can't run no more. Boy, listen, it took me at least 25 minutes to get to the horse to get the rest of the way.
All right, if you see, you got to learn. There's some shouts, and one of them is like a sprint, and that bit you use it and travel like 20 feet. You got to wait like 60 seconds to use it again, but it
It
be
definitely
coming
come in.
in that situation. It's like the most useful shit.
Oh my god,
I'll show you some shit. I'll put you on.
The jumping wasn't that helpful, but it was faster than walking. But I like it though. It's pretty straight.
It's a fun game.
You said that's like your favorite game ever, like of all time.
I would say like top three is like Skyrim, the GTA series, maybe GTA probably be three, and like Black Ops Zombies.
Okay, that's a solid three. Pause.
I've been locked in on like Black Ops Zombies since the jet. I could do almost like all the Easter eggs. I could like still like I remember it like textbook. It's crazy.
See, I used to play zombies on and off in high school. Like I never had it on my system, but whenever I go to like a homie house and they had it, I'd always play it.
We should lock in on the. I got like custom maps, bro, and there's like it's crazy the amount of potential. Like there's like any kind of map you could think of, bro. It's there.
And so a school,
Like
a mall.
Simpsons, Family Guy,
Oh, so it'd be
motherfucking
whole
Zelda.
towns.
There's a Zelda map. There's like all kind of shit, bro.
Oh hell yeah!
They remake some of the older maps and like do a better job than the fucking actual developers.
They got a Boondocks map, bro.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna lock in and see. If so, I'm gonna try it with
I was
you.
about to say if they got a Boondocks map, I'm on there.
I know one of the it was like one of the first ones I played when I got it. It's like a Simpsons one, and like the zombies look like Homer Simpson. So you just like at some point got like 50 Homer Simpsons running at you, and you're like doming them. Like, damn, I kind of feel bad.
Yeah,
I like Homer.
right. Even though that boy kind of slow. He tried to be a good father. Speaking of Boondocks, I see you just started watching it for the first time. That's crazy.
It's a wild show.
'Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, that show is low key old as hell, boy. That show originally came out when I was in like maybe sixth or seventh grade.
See, I always been a fan of like animated shows. Like
I would consider that an anime, honestly.
when I only mean I ain't never watched animes, but like I used to watch like when I was a kid, like Family Guy and like fucking American Dad and like
animated
The
shows,
Simpsons and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That was
Yeah,
like
it's
my
definitely
favorite
up
thing.
there. It's up there with those.
As I've got older, I think like South Park is my favorite. And then you told me watch this, and it was the first episode. I was like, nah, okay. They don't give a fuck either.
That's why I said Boondocks is literally like the black version of South Park. Literally, they talk about all kind of stuff on that show, and it's so sad because I don't know if it was fake or not, but I seen something that it was talking about they had something like in the works of a new season before John Witherspoon passed. That's the dude that voiced granddad. he passed away before they confirmed whether they was doing another season or not. Hurt my heart.
Yeah, I don't know. I think television has kind of reached like once all the old great people go down, it's like nobody in television is like you don't see movies or shows like you used to anymore.
Mm-hmm. With those emotional connections.
And it's like you gotta
I ain't gonna lie.
back in the day if you had cable, like everybody watched the same show.
Yeah.
No matter what you was watching on, you watched the same show. Now it's like some people got Netflix, some
All these
people
different
on
streaming
Hulu, some
services.
people on HBO Max. So it kind of limit like the potential, I think.
Right. Because it's very seldom that it's people paying for all of those or have all of those. Because, boy, if you paying for all those, but you might as well get cable. Because Netflix, what, like almost $20 for an
Then
account
you
now
got a
without
kid and they're like
advertisements?
trying to watch shit on everyone, and you're like,
Yeah.
yo, check this out. This is our selection. We're watching it on this one.
I can go ahead and get into the this or that segment now, bud. All right, first one. All right, you going with this, which is always know the future, or that, which is be able to change the past?
I don't really feel like I should have either one. I don't really want to know the future, but like I'm kind of grateful where I'm at. I don't want to change the past. But if I knew the future, like I fuck it up. I try to like do shit differently to prevent certain shit, and I
If
don't
you
know.
knew the future? I mean, but what if those things that you're doing to prevent that happening are the very things that make the future happen? Like if you would have just let it be, it would have probably been a whole nother outcome.
All right, I'll take no in the future.
Always know the future.
How? What is there a limit to it? Can I know like the future stock market?
I mean, I would have said, yeah, I would assume so, yeah. I mean, you could use, yeah.
Because then I'm tapped in.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. I don't think, yeah, being able to change the past, I feel like
It
everything
is
happens
what
for
it
a
is.
reason,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like if I change something, it's gonna make the present that I'm in worse. So, or ain't no telling. So hell no, but
I don't like have very many regrets either. Like
right.
I am who I am.
I mean, there's probably a couple people that I would, bring back, but that would be selfish of me because those people was in pain when they left for the most part. So, all right, next one. You going with this, which is sweat mayonnaise, or that, which is crying hot sauce?
Hot sauce crying.
You love me, yeah. I
It's
boy.
Thursday. I probably sweated about 10 gallons a day
Oh.
since Monday. Imagine if I had to smell sweaty
Uh,
mayonnaise all day. It's really hard to make me cry. Like
yeah.
I probably
But I mean, even the slightest, like, yo, I get too watery, oh, it's over with, boy.
I sweat a
Spicy.
lot though
Yeah,
during the day.
I would definitely rather still go with the cry hot sauce because I cry a lot less often than I sweat, so it'll be a lot less to deal with. If I start crying or something, I hop in the shower or something, I pour some milk in my eyes or something, over with.
The highest chances of me crying is if I fucking take a big ass dab or fucking hit the bong really hard one time.
Yeah, gotta be a little forced cry. All right, next one. You going with this, which is lose all of your money, or that, which is lose all of your memories?
I mean, you could have the money.
So you'll rather lose the money?
Yeah. I feel like money don't really mean shit, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Let's see. Losing all your memories, boy. And you're gonna forget how to make the money. You're gonna forget how to. You're gonna forget what money even is. Gotta be retaught what money is.
You're going to forget your reason to go get the money.
Literally.
There's like memories you can't get back. As like a father or as like a son, as like,
Right.
I don't know, there's people that's gone that you can't make more memories with.
Literally.
Fuck the money.
Yes, sir. All right, next one. You going with this, which is constant diarrhea, or that, which is extensive nosebleeds?
Define constant diarrhea.
Meaning, like, every time you got to go to the bathroom, you better sit down on that toilet.
I ain't trying to
Anytime you eat
expose
something,
myself. It'd be kind of like that sometimes. Most of the time for me. I'm not trying to. What was the other one? That one kind of sounded shitty.
the extensive nosebleeds, like nosebleeds every day.
No, fuck that. One time I fought this kid and he had that. Like he always got nosebleeds all the time. So like the first punch just
Yeah.
made his nose gush and it just looked like I like looked better in the fight because I don't want that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the diarrhea, boy, that's gonna be hell too. But I'd rather that than the nosebleed. And then what
Yeah,
if you
that shit
lose
would piss
too
me
much
off.
blood and then mess around and pass out?
I've done that before. I fucking Mark's dumbass, bro. We were
Lord,
at Mainland and we were in the fucking stationary bikes and they had one. He got on one and then I got on the other. And the one I got on was like the oldest one they had, bro. It still had like metal pedals. And the pedals had like
You talking about the stationary bikes in the weight room?
in the gym, in like the 2-story gym they built.
Oh, okay. They must have got that after I left.
Yeah, it was like after the Vince Carter one, you know.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So they had like an upstairs gym that had like 3 courts, and that's where you went for PE sometimes.
I remember the upstairs courts, but I don't remember no cycles or nothing being up there.
I don't know.
We just
They
went
was
up there
like by the
sometimes to play
wall
basketball.
sometimes
Okay.
when we went up there for PE. But this motherfucker got on one, so I got on one, and it was like the old ass one with the fucking spikes, and we were like seeing who could go faster. And I was like, bro, I do this. Like I ride bikes.
Right.
So I was hauling ass on it, and my foot slipped, and it came around and stabbed the shit out of me. And I was like, no, I'm good. So I went off and started playing basketball, and then the fucking coach was like, bro, you're dripping blood all over the gym. And I turned back and looked, and I was like, damn. And he's like, go to the nurse. Then I go to the nurse, and it was 7th period. They done went home. The nurse had done went home.
Oh Lord.
So the fucking people was like, go to the dean's office, which I'm always in trouble. So I go there, and they don't even like me. And
they think you done did something.
dude, Brunswick's like, oh, just put some paper towels on it and wrap it up with like clear tape. So that's what I did. I went home, and me and my homie was like smoking. We smoked like 3-4 blunts. And I was like, damn, I fucked myself up today. Look, I still got the scar. Like right there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, look at this. So I unwrapped it and looked at it, and it was like nasty looking. So I was like, no, I'm going to go get a rag and like clean this out. And I stood up. I don't know if it was like from losing the blood or smoking we smoked like a bunch of tobacco, like swishers and shit.
You was lightheaded and got up too fast.
It was probably a combination of all of it, but I fucking stood up and went to walk to get a rag and passed out.
How long was you out for?
I would say like 30 seconds. I remember my grandma yelling for my brother. So I got up. I forgot what was going on. I was just trying to like play it off like, no, I'm good. Then I'm like, no, I'm good. And instead of walking to the bathroom, I walked to the living room, or I tried to, and I passed out again.
Lord.
And then like on the second time, my brother and his friends then ran in the room and like bitched my friend up, pulled him against the like wall, like, the fuck were y'all in here doing? And I like had got myself together again. I'm like, nah, look, I think it's my leg. And they tried to give me like bread and water, and I was like, no, I don't want that. I was like, I think I just like lost some blood. And I looked at it again and passed out again. It was 3 times. I'd never passed out. Still to this day, ever except that time.
That's crazy.
3 times in a row. I think it was from losing the blood because that shit was a lot.
Yeah, probably. Most definitely.
And then I just went home and didn't eat or nothing.
And the shock of seeing it after you
and
unwrapped
smoking probably don't help. It had me hungry. Like,
Yep. All that.
that shit is no joke.
You going with this, which is having a big mansion in the middle of nowhere, or that, which is having a tiny studio apartment in your favorite city? I feel like I know which one you're gonna pick though. Granted, it's your favorite city, but I feel like I know which one you're going with.
All right. I got like family that's got. I don't want a mansion. I don't really want a house that I can't clean.
Mm-hmm.
If it take longer than 4 hours to clean, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere is crazy too, because I got family that lives in the middle of nowhere, and it'd be like 20 minutes to go get a fucking pack of blunts from the gas station. Like,
true.
Fuck that.
So you going with the tiny studio apartment?
No, fuck that too.
I was gonna say studio apartment, boy. That's 1 bedroom. That's everything
not
in
even.
1 room.
Yeah, not even. I'm taking the mansion. It's gonna suck though. I'm gonna hate life, but I'm gonna have a big house.
I'm gonna say, listen, all you gotta do is just close off one side so it never get dirty, or either that or rent it out.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna survive it until I can build like a nice ass pool in a pool house.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna live in the pool house and Airbnb the house.
Literally, I was just gonna say that. Yes, sir. I'm going with the mansion, and that was this week's This or That segment, boy. So you've been seeing this whole Diddy escapades on social media? Well, you don't really.
I don't know. I watched some of them. I kind of seen like the Kid Cudi shit. Not much more. Some of the shit, like with Cassie, that they post on social media, but
have you seen enough to like?
It's pretty crazy.
I was gonna say, have you seen enough to make like an opinion on it?
I think, bro, it's crazy. I mean, there's like a lifestyle for that, but like,
you feel like they got enough evidence to like prosecute Diddy for anything?
So you know what his charges are? I don't really know
that. I don't, and I don't think it's public record because it's a federal case.
And that's why I haven't really been. I like tune into a lot of the trials, but like that one is not streamed.
Yeah.
So it just be people like reading the shit, and it
could be drawing pictures. And
yeah, I kind of get
reacting.
It's hard to stay tuned in, but I don't know.
I see you be watching.
I mean, I think he probably fucked.
Yeah.
He's definitely like.
Either way, because even if he do beat it, like you ain't no coming back from the things that you have done and that people know about. So.
And then it's like they got different people going up there and telling like. It don't matter what kind of lifestyle you live. If you go up there and tell that shit in front of a jury, that's like most of the people are not giving a fuck that you're Diddy or Sean Combs or anything.
Because they're not supposed to. They're supposed to look at you as a regular person.
Yeah, so that shit's not gonna
hold no weight enough.
I don't know.
I see you be watching some of the same videos that I be watching too, like some of the Trap Lord Ross and all them kind of different documentaries. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting into that show you was watching the other day, Kill Tony. Bro, that man there, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That is
I'm surprised ain't nobody
controversial.
I'm surprised ain't nobody put individual. Hands on that man. Cause he a funny individual. Don't get me wrong. That boy is funny, but
when I first started watching it, he was like a lot more toned down. But it became like he's been like the #1 live podcast in the world for like a couple years, and like his ego is getting crazy because he's done sold out like multiple stadiums. Like he did Madison Square Gardens a few times.
Okay.
Like the Kia Forum in LA.
Yeah.
He did like a lot of crazy shit, but it's like I feel like the stadium ones suck because
Why?
people
Cause
go up there. It's like random people out of the bucket, you know.
oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
then they go up there and there's like 20, 30,000 people. Like most of them like bitch up and don't do a good job. I feel
Yeah.
like
So what are they?
it's hard to.
What are they supposed to be doing? Like
So the concept is you get like a minute to do stand up comedy, which is like not typical. Most comedy is like long,
right, like
stretched
five,
out,
10
but you get
minutes, so on.
60
So
seconds. So I mean, there's like a most they let most of them go for like I think like 90 seconds, but
mm-hmm.
that's
Your
you get that
cutoff.
much time to do comedy, and then you get an interview. And I feel like the interview is like the better part because then
Yeah,
he like asks you questions like,
about yourself, about the joke.
yeah, what, or he knows like, I don't know, he'll ask like random ass questions. Sometimes it'll just go crazy and be funny as fuck. He'll be like, what's the most random thing you got in your refrigerator? Or like, I don't know, just
You know
he's
how?
like developed if you he does it every week, bro. Like you do it every week. This
Yeah.
motherfucker on like episode 680 something. Like,
Sheesh.
so you gotta think he been doing that bitch for like
Years.
12, 13 years.
Yeah. That's what's up.
So he's
Kudos to him, most
developed
definitely.
like he knows how to ask the right questions and like, but he is super controversial and he has developed that ego that like one day someone's gonna put hands on him.
I believe it. I'm not gonna be surprised when I hear about it either. Somebody either gonna catch him out in public or jump across the stage on him. And I'm pretty sure he probably got security.
Yeah, they like search everyone before they go up to do the minute. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people will pull out like something random and he's like, yo, what the fuck is my security doing tonight? Like, how did you get that?
Right. Hell no.
So
Somebody getting
that makes
fired.
that itself makes you think like he knows.
Somebody gonna do it to him one day. Yeah, and most deaf, boy. Cause like I say, he funny. Don't get me wrong. I get dark humor, most deaf, but boy, that boy be pushing the line sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to
He's
you.
not very big either. He's like fucking,
Bruh, he gotta be like 5'7", five
yeah,
six,
yeah,
maybe like
yeah. I
150,
think 5'7".
170 is pushing it. That boy probably like 150 something. Like you gotta you either gotta
You
know
know how
something.
he actually like got his way into the shit is he writes roasts and he like writes jokes for roast
Mm-hmm.
for Comedy Central and like most of the big did you
Oh, so
watch
he's
the
a
Tom
writer.
Brady one?
Nah, the only roast that I ever watched for real was I think the Flavor Flav one. I watched a little bit of. I think they had one for Donald Trump, if I'm not mistaken.
I ain't never seen that.
Unless it was a parody, it was probably a parody I seen in. But I
They
think
might have because
the
he used to be like in the fucking entertainment business.
the only ones I've ever the only one I remember seeing was the Flavor Flav one.
All right, well he be writing jokes for like roasts. And
Okay.
don't a lot of times he's not the one that like performs the joke.
Yeah,
He's just like
a writer.
so he has like the comedic talent, but I feel like he tries
Delivery
to
is a
stretch it.
whole yeah.
Yeah.
Delivery is a whole different ball game, Kevin.
When they did the Tom Brady roast, they told him like, "Oh, we're gonna like put you on, and like you're gonna have like a few minutes like at your table in the crowd," and it was called uh, "Kill Tom." Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what they had at the bottom of the thing, and like, but dude like walked to the stage and just roasted everybody on stage,
Oh,
and like kind of like burnt bridges like with Netflix and shit. But he was
oh
like,
dang,
"Oh, that was like my one opportunity to
make a
like he
name
went
for
up
himself.
there and like flamed everybody. He like looked at Tom and was like, "That's some nice shoes. Did you win those in the divorce?" That's exactly what Tom Brady did, bro. He don't like him, so he just like looked away and was like, "I can't believe this happened right now." But he just like flamed everybody up there.
Did you get those in the? See,
It was right after his the roast was right after his divorce. So
I'm not gonna lie to you. I know that they be having to sign some kind of like contract beforehand, letting them know what kind of jokes are off limits. And I'm pretty
oh,
sure
he
that
violated it.
I'm pretty sure that was one
That
of them.
was like an issue. Like he talked about that shit one time.
Because I would have dove across the
I forget
stage.
what he
I'm
Kevin
not.
Hart Kevin Hart hosted it, and I forget what the fuck he said to Kevin Hart, but it was like,
I'm not that mature yet, boy. And then the divorce just happened. Oh hell
oh,
no.
I would have crashed out.
Yeah, on stage. All right, we're gonna get into the Am I the A-hole segment now. Bye. All right, this week's Am I the A-hole question says, am I the a-hole for eating ice cream every night just like I always do and not stopping just because my sister-in-law doesn't want my niece to see it? He says,
The fuck?
most nights after dinner, I eat a small ice cream cone. It's literally the little Joy mini cups with a teeny scoop of ice cream. Maybe a big scoop if I'm having a rough day, but that's kind of rare. I don't drink alcohol or smoke weed or anything fun, so this is my one fun thing I do for myself. My brother and his wife and daughter are staying with me for a few weeks. They'll be gone by June 15th. I'm happy to have them here. Usually we'll eat dinner together and go our separate ways for the evening. They watch a lot of TV, so they're usually all in the living room. I've been eating my ice cream cone. I've been eating my little cone, but my sister-in-law approached me and asked me if I could stop. She said that my niece is starting to ask why she doesn't get any ice cream, and that obviously she was lied to by my sister-in-law when she told her ice cream is a sometimes food. Haha. I said that I wasn't gonna stop, but I could wait until she was in bed. I figured that was a good compromise, and I do get that she's trying to raise her little girl to have a healthy relationship with food. But waiting until she was in bed didn't work because she came into the kitchen multiple times to ask me for some. My sister-in-law was definitely a little incredulous, meaning in disbelief, over it and kept saying, really? Do you seriously need to eat ice cream every single day? Or stuff like it. I said no, but she also doesn't need to drink a glass of wine every day either. She didn't like this and sighed a bunch and has been visibly annoyed with me since then. My brother asked me if I could stop just to avoid the drama, but I said I deserve my little treats. Am I the a-hole? Hell no. Boy,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. At first, I was like, "You're kind of a sherm, bro. Just smoke or drink or do something." But no, if that's all you do in life is eat some ice cream at nighttime,
and I can't even do that because you told your daughter that ice cream is a sometimes food rather than just telling her that she can't have none.
yeah, I think
No, I said
I
no to
would
ice
in the
cream.
same situation. Like I would just, wasn't it his house?
Yes, they
Yeah, in
coming
the
to live with
same
him for a couple
situation,
weeks.
bro. I'm like taking the ice cream and just
In her face. Come on now. And no, you can't have
I
none.
might even up it, bro, and just eat two at night.
Just to prove a point, I'm not finna limit my ice cream. I already tried to
What the fuck?
compromise and wait until she was in bed. Why are y'all letting her get out of bed and come in this kitchen to ask me for ice cream? Why she not asleep? Why
Nah,
I gotta
fuck it,
tell her?
bro. I'm gonna just go in there and be like, when they put her to bed, I'm gonna go in there and just give her the ice cream too. Be like, you just stay in here, we eat the ice cream together. Fuck it. What happens after
At
that?
that point, why can't she have no ice cream? That's the better question.
Yeah, I actually
Is she obviously on
started
some
thinking
kind of
that like,
vacation? Like she don't got no school or nothing. Like
if
why she
y'all living with like him, like
right? She with why can't she have no ice cream? Man, you not the a hole,
my
brother.
people always like would have just like gave it to me too. Like they'd have been like, I don't give a fuck.
Right, it's ice cream.
You don't like it? What are you gonna do? Leave? Like you're at my house?
Come on,
No,
you're not hurting
your
me,
kid's getting ice cream, and if you're mad
and you
about it,
tripping.
like, come on. Yeah, definitely not asshole.
Now you gonna look like the crazy person for snapping that your kid is eating ice cream. Granted, like he said, he understands that she wants her daughter to have a healthy relationship with food. But ain't nothing wrong with eating ice cream sometimes. And like I said, the times that she can't have it, tell her no. Simple as that. I don't gotta stop eating my ice cream.
I don't think, especially if she maintains a good food balance, like they're tripping about,
Especially if
some
I
ice cream at nighttime is not finna hurt you.
especially if I had a bad day, boy, and I need that extra ice cream, and you finna tell me that I can't, man, hell no. Mm-mm. You're not doing that. But that was this week's Am I the A-hole segment, boy.
All right, for the first time ever in the episode, we're gonna get a new guest.
No the hell. Like hell. But I wrote her at 11:01 this morning and said, "Ja morning, just the final confirmation that we're filming today at 7:30 at the given address." I seen that she had been on social media. She was commenting on people posts, all kind of stuff. But you didn't respond to me until 4:40. By that time, me and you had already had the conversation. I done been in situations like this where I done gave the guest the benefit of the doubt and tried to like wait until like a couple hours before to find somebody new and haven't had anybody to film it at all because they didn't show up. So I'm nah, hell no. Mm-mm. Not doing that no more. And then this is the first time that it's been all the way like planned out and she's supposed to have came. But I've expressed to her that I wanted her to be on the podcast like maybe 6 or 7 episodes ago. And the reason why she wasn't on the one because she didn't respond to my last message. So you already been playing. You're not doing that, boy. Well, monkey don't stop no show. You gotta keep the ball rolling. And hell, I had topics and everything for her, but
I don't know. I just know you steady grinding, you steady coming up, and I know a guy that comes in clutch every time you need him.
yeah, I definitely appreciate it. Like I say, I mean, granted, she would have pulled up, but I would have been on a wing and a prayer. I would have been waiting until the last minute to hear from her. And yeah,
Type shit. What time is it? 7:45. You late
7:45.
as it is. You could have done gave up and packed it up at 7:40. Like
She wrote me. She wrote me at 4:40 saying yes. That's all she said. I didn't respond because, like I said, me and you had already talked. We was finna head here. She wrote me again at 7:17. Hey, hon, I'm running a few minutes behind. I should be to you no later than 8. She wrote me again at 7:34, 6 minutes away. Then she wrote me at 7:42 saying I'm here. Mind you, I didn't respond to none of the messages. I'm gonna write out later like, yeah, I apologize for the inconvenience, but I done had situations where I've tried to confirm in the morning for filming later that night, and
I'm controversial. My dumb ass is like, I wonder if we could just take this out there and turn it to a vlog.
if it wasn't raining,
No, I'm just talking shit.
yeah, it'd definitely be something to
That sounds
consider.
controversial.
But yeah, I can't do that no more, boy. Stressing me the hell out. Hell no. And then she ain't even gonna be able to be on the one next week either, cause apparently my third baby mama wanna be on another one. So she gonna be on next week, and ain't no telling who the hell else gonna try to schedule or express interest in between then and now.
I'm trying to get Coop on here before he go back.
That'd be lit. When he leave,
He's here for the summer.
okay.
When I
Summer
talked to him the
start.
other day, I was like, "Bro, how long you here?" Like, thinking I like had a few days to hang out with him, and he's like 2.5. I thought he was about to say 2.5 days. This bitch said 2.5 months. I was like, "All right, good.
Yeah, I got time.
I can go like sit at my house for a week."
Yeah.
Coming up, son.
Yeah, I'm trying to do my thing, man. I also got the silent hybrid video playing when I hit 200 subscribers. I think I was telling you all about that. Oh no, I think I was telling Mark and them about that. And at 150, I'm gonna make a Instagram page just for Likkle Table, so I can post all the content on there. Start, you know, networking that way, having people book through that page, so they don't have to write my personal page.
All right, so I noticed you got really fast with the mixing shit. Like you getting to where you don't have to put as much time into that. Do you have like a TikTok? I don't know if TikTok still be going crazy, but if you like,
Yeah, I got a TikTok. I be posting my short videos on there.
I was gonna say maybe like make like a funny moments or like a highlight video of each episode, and then post it to like TikTok Reels, like YouTube Shorts, like.
Yeah, I be that's pretty much what I be doing now. I'll post the episode on YouTube on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, sometimes Saturday, I post a short video on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that, just so people can know, like, yo, it's another episode out. Just the kind of stuff that's in the episode type stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I done got quick as hell with editing, boy. I think it was episode 59, if I'm not mistaken. That I had filmed the Monday before it was supposed to release. It was supposed to release the next day. I filmed it that Monday at like 4. Stayed up that whole night editing and everything. Got to edit it. The longest time was like the waiting process between it saving to my iPad, then it sending to my MacBook, and then
You
it
gotta let that shit render it on YouTube and shit. Like,
it already be rendered through my iPad and my
oh
MacBook.
really?
Yeah. But then yeah, it gotta upload to YouTube, and that's a process in itself too. And that's why it didn't post until Wednesday, but it was ready Tuesday.
I ain't never tried to post a video in a while.
Yeah.
I used to I like this was another wave I thought I was gonna go into. Like I'll be on the game so
Yeah.
much, I was like, what if I just make highlights and like make like montages,
Yeah.
but like to my homies' music
Right.
or like people I know's music or
That's
like.
snap. You putting your cell phone and then putting them on in the process at the same time. You exposing yourself to they audience, and then exposing your audience to them. I feel like that's one of my aspects of the podcast too. That's why I be having all kind of guests. I don't really have no criteria, because like I say, I feel like everybody has something to say. Everybody deserve to, kick back, have a good time.
If you could have anybody in the world on your podcast, who would it be?
I got 3 top right now: Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg. Well, I got 4: Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, Young Deji, and Drewski.
All right, the third one. Say that again.
Young Deji, he's signed to Wiz Khalifa. He's an artist out of Houston. You seen the shirt that I had on earlier, the A-Leaf shirt with the blue sleeves.
Yeah.
That's well, it's a clothing brand out of A-Leaf, Houston, Texas.
All right.
But
I ain't never heard of him. I'm gonna do my research.
yeah, he definitely a vibe. He got songs with Currency. He's a fairly newer artist. I I first discovered him maybe 2018, 2019, 2018. No, it was probably like 2019. But yeah, he got some cuts, boy. He signed with Wiz Khalifa maybe like 2020ish, and then that boy been grinding. He on Twitch now too. He be streaming and stuff, live streaming, doing little IRL streams. He got all kind of music videos on YouTube, streaming on Spotify, all that. And like I say, he got songs with all kind of people: Currency, Wiz Khalifa. He got a song with, who else would you know? I don't know how tapped in you are with like Wiz Khalifa's artists or like artists
I
on
didn't
that
even know
side.
he had artists. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie. I ain't heard
Taylor Gang.
I ain't
That's a
heard
music
some Wiz
label.
Khalifa shit in a long time.
But
Apart from like the Blackboy Max shit I was telling you.
man, Taylor Gang is a whole music label now, bro.
I done seen I forget who it was, but there was someone telling the story of Wiz,
Hmm.
and that was like pretty recent. And he went in the booth and recorded his verse like backwards, like he did the last bar
Yeah,
first.
I heard about that too.
And I was like, man, he locked in.
That's why his music sound the way it do. It's different as hell, and that's why I always messed with it. That's why I always said that he was my favorite artist, like hands down. If I had to just listen to one person, it would be Wiz Khalifa, because he done tapped into pretty much all of my emotions.
You know that one movie he had with Snoop, like on
Do I
the
know the
high school
one
shit?
movie? Mac and Devin go to high school, boy.
Dude, I probably watched that like 100 times when I was
That's a
like
Stoner's
12.
classic. Stoner's classic. And you know what's crazy? When it first came out, it had like some of the stuff in the movie was different. Like they done changed around some scenes and some different songs and stuff in the versions that's streaming on stuff now.
Really?
Hell yeah. It's like subtle stuff, but if you was locked in and watched the movie like I did back then when it was first
I
coming
used to
out,
watch it a lot when it came out. I ain't watched it in a while.
listen, boy, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I felt like they always should have did it like they should have kept going.
Around the time that movie came out was when I was smoking probably at my heaviest. Well, probably my second to heaviest. I think I picked up a little bit after that. But boy, when I say I would literally be smoking through that entire movie, playing the games, whenever you see somebody walking, talking, or breathing, I'm in there. Pause. But yeah, I got bongs, bowls, edibles, all kind of stuff. I was tripping. But you gotta, when you watch that movie, you gotta have your stuff with you. They tell you that at the beginning of the movie.
You like Harold and Kumar?
Hell yeah, that's a stoner classic too. Harold and Kumar, the first one and the second one. I wasn't too fond of Harold and Kumar, the Christmas one. I think I probably
I
watched
only
that maybe once
watched
or twice.
the White Castle one.
That's the first one, yeah.
I think I might have watched the second one too, but
I ain't gonna lie, Guantanamo Bay is funny,
yeah, okay,
but it's not the first
yeah.
one. Yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah,
It's hard to a lot of like movies. Like once you go so hard on the first one, it's
yeah,
hard to.
yeah. Hell yeah. That's why I say yeah. It's very seldom that the second movie is as good as or better than the first movie.
Fast and Furious on like 27, still trying to come back for the first one, bro.
And it pisses me off because, bro, the way that the last one ended, they're gonna make another one. Like,
I ain't watched it in a while. I ain't gonna lie,
bro,
I watched it like what are
they
they on
they
for real?
ended the movie on a cliff. They on 10.
I probably watched. I like Fast Five. I probably watched the sixth one is when they're in like fucking
Brazil, if I'm not
yeah. I
mistaken. Yeah,
think that's the last one I watched.
yeah,
I
Brazil,
don't
and
really
number
like it.
7, they
When The
was in
Rock came
Paris.
in, I feel like it kind of ruined it.
That's number 5 when he was first introduced.
The fifth one was alright. That was when they like broke him out, right? No. That was the fourth one.
Yeah, that was the fourth one. The fifth one was when no, the fifth one was Rio.
Yeah.
The fifth one was
The
Rio.
fifth one was like my last
The
one that
fifth
I
one was
liked.
Rio. The sixth one was Paris. The seventh one was when Deckard Shaw came back trying to avenge his brother that they knocked off in the sixth one, or
Yeah,
that they put in the hospital in the sixth
I ain't even. I think the sixth one might have been. I might have cut it off
one.
halfway even.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was locked
There,
in to Fast and the Furious for a minute.
me and my cousins like used to all watch that shit. Like that was like our movie.
I watched 8 and 9, but
We had.
it's
I
very
just remember
seldom
we had
movies I've
the
been
first
fond of.
one, Too Fast, Too Furious, Tokyo Drift, and then
Classics.
the one where they break Dom out.
The fourth
That one
one.
came after, but we used to watch the
No,
first three over and over and over. And
yeah, that was
I
the
always
fourth one.
liked Tokyo Drift. I felt like,
It was different.
yeah,
Yeah.
I felt like they could have just kept. They didn't have to keep the same people in it. If you're
I
trying to go like and make like they're just trying to make money, obviously at this point.
right.
All you got to do is hire new people that don't want fucking $12 million a movie.
Literally. Vin
And it's like
Diesel,
the Tokyo
Tyrese.
Drift was like a good ass movie, and it was like different. They could have did like different segments like that. I feel like
It me like different stories from the people that was in the first one type stuff, like spin-off movies kind of, or they could have
was Han even in the first one?
in the first Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
No, Han wasn't introduced until
Tokyo, right?
Tokyo Drift, but the events of like the events
Yeah,
of
they
six,
tied it back in later,
yeah, the events of
but I
everything
feel
before
like they
six
could have just
happened.
did more stories of people like Han, like just other people in like Tokyo Drift. Like I don't
Yeah,
know where what goes on, but like Los Angeles drag, like some shit like that, and just did like they did have the first one started in like Arizona and Los Angeles.
yeah.
So
The first one was Los Angeles. The second one was Miami. Third one Tokyo.
even if they still like you seen the shit in New York, like have you ever heard of like Squeeze Bands and like the people like that
Mm-mm.
that be like I don't know, they just drive through traffic really recklessly, but it's like super cool to watch. Like I'm not finna do it, but bro, they be like cutting up. That's what they call it. But it's like
I ain't never heard of it, but it sounds
I think the
interesting.
dude I just named has done got caught, but like they got like um I think I showed you Tommy G, the YouTuber that like does like the different fucking videos everywhere. Maybe it wasn't you, but
No, I don't think so. Tommy G, no, that don't sound
you should
familiar.
look at him. He's
Okay.
like he be like everywhere, bro. He done went to like all kind of different hoods throughout America, like the Tijuana. He went to the hood in Tijuana,
You know, I think I have heard of him.
but
Did
he
he do
also
a
got
did he do an interview with like somebody from like Philly or Chicago or New York or something, and like a day or two after the video dropped, that person got knocked off?
I don't know about that. He do like almost documentaries.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. We're gonna get into the my client segment now, boy. All right. First one. Do you want to guess what you think your client went to jail for first, or do you want me to just pull the charges up?
Just pull the charges up. I don't know. She got a thin jaw. She could be on drugs. She could just beat her boyfriend. There's a lot of possibilities here.
We're gonna see. Your client is being charged with driving over the influence and resisting an officer with violence. She put hands on my officer.
So she was on something and put hands on somebody, not her boyfriend. I was kind of right. Um,
So what you got to say for your client?
the officer might have done something fucked up. We're gonna get to it, to the bottom of it. I'm gonna have to review the evidence. This is a lengthy
Well,
process. I'm gonna study it. We might be able to get her off. That ain't too bad charges.
ain't gonna lie. Well,
Sometimes the
now
officer deserved to be beat.
with me as the judge, she liable to be facing 40.
40.
40 years.
No.
Boy. All right, next one.
Oh my god. I'm retired. I'm not helping her.
No, brother.
She looked.
We in the
She's
middle of the docket.
she's cooked.
So you gonna want to guess?
No. Let me see.
Oh, your client is being charged with aggravated battery on a pregnant person. Boy.
I'm gonna go on the limb and say this was self harm. Maybe she ain't mean to do it. You gotta put yourself in other people's shoes sometimes.
You know, when you said self-harm, I thought you were trying to imply that she was in fact the pregnant person.
That's what I meant.
Oh Lord. So what she punched herself in the stomach? It's a aggravated battery, so she connected with something.
What if she got this daughter that been in her house the whole time, like her whole life, never ever got out the house, and now she's pregnant, and that was just the last straw.
So you think she beat up her pregnant daughter?
No, that kind of makes it sound worse. I'm not saying that.
I was about to say, boy, I'm about to pick
No,
one
I
of these
wouldn't
books
be.
up and throw it at her.
I wouldn't be a good lawyer.
Oh, I'm gonna talk to the prosecution, and we're gonna come back to that one at a later date. Next
We
one.
going to trial on all these. I need time to. That boy got a knot on his head.
What do you think your client is being charged with?
Resisting
Because
in
I can
some
tell you
sort
one
of.
thing, I'm not about to play with
Yeah,
it.
resisting in some sort of.
Resisting? We're gonna see.
Why else they put that knot on him?
Driving while license canceled, suspended, or revoked. So the real question here is,
Alright, I'm gonna assume bro might not be in like the worst situation. You can get out of that. That's like fucking 15 days.
I'm just very inquisitive on whether he had this knot before he got pulled over or not.
What if like his wife got to tripping and just like hit his ass with the pan, and he was like, "I don't got no license, but I'm not finna get beaten up by no pan," and fucking took off.
Okay, that's a valid argument.
Judge, what if your wife was beating you with the pan and you didn't have a license? What you gonna do?
Well, first of all, I'm a judge. I can't not have a license. It wouldn't look good. I'm a judge. I'm on the bench. They probably
What if you
had
get beat with
they
the pan? You go get in
they
the car and leave, right?
they license is probably free. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, I'ma definitely slide. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm a judge, I'm calling the police. Y'all come get this woman. A pan? You're trying to cause me bodily
Nah,
harm?
look, he definitely got fucked up because if you look at the ear on the left, it ain't puffed out as much as the one on the right. I mean, they hit his ass like this
I
and
was
then
gonna
hit
say,
him in the
so
forehead.
you feel like okay.
He got assaulted,
So
bro.
your
He was trying to
client,
get out the situation.
all right. We're gonna keep that in mind and come back to that one at a later date. One. Next one. Oh God. Let me guess. Your client is one of those YNs, huh?
It kind of looks like a YC.
You know, that probably is a little bit more accurate depiction. I only said YN because of the hair color.
I got a homie that's straight white with fucking
However,
like an afro
I'm
or
gonna say,
dreads if he wanted dreads.
however, the
He could be
texture,
white.
yeah.
I don't know.
You want me to just pull the
He
trunk?
put his hands on someone.
And he's smiling about it.
Yeah. What else are you proud of?
We're gonna find out right
Someone
now.
deserves something.
Your client is being charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and felony cruelty to animals.
Oh no, he a piece of shit. Judge, you go ahead and just give him the max.
40 years.
The animals? So that means he assaulted an animal with a gun.
Pop. I mean, maybe not. Cruelty to
Unless
animals. He might
maybe,
have assaulted somebody and their pet.
I was gonna say, unless maybe he aggravated assault could just be like you pointed it at him. So he could have
Right.
hurt the animal and then pointed it at the owner.
Right. Either way, your client's facing 40.
Alright, what if he was in his defense and pointed at the owner first and then the dog attacked him and he just that's kind of what dogs are for. I don't know. Go ahead and I don't want to
That might be
defend him.
valid. We're gonna talk to the prosecution.
That would be one of the cases where I like didn't try that hard and be like,
Whatever they give you, might
like I
want to take.
couldn't be no like fucking. If someone was in charge for like some fucking sex shit or something like
Oh
I
hell
didn't stand
no!
on, and I was a lawyer, bro, I'd be sick. That'd be my sick day.
I mean, if you're a regular lawyer on your own retainer, you can decline people. But if you're a public defender, you pretty much gotta represent who
That's
the
what
hell
I'm
they
saying.
give you.
That'd be my sick day.
Yeah.
Go ahead and figure it out yourself.
All right, last one, boy.
All these people got fucking
I was gonna
knots
say,
on
I'm
their
not
face.
gonna lie to you. It looked like your
That one
client
is a
was
good
assaulted.
one, son.
Yeah, he got. Yeah, somebody put hands, feet, and elbows on him. I'm trying to guess. You want me to pull your client charges up?
I feel like he assaulted the cops. The cops probably did that.
Okay.
That kind of looked like a
So assault on the Leo type stuff.
yeah,
Resisting with violence.
something like that. I'm always wrong.
Battery. Everybody's being violent. I see. This is
I
a
ain't gonna lie.
very violent.
That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna do my utmost to defend him because he already took 2 L's, bro. He started the fight and then lost,
That's what I'm saying.
and then
like,
got arrested.
how you being charged with battery and your eye look like that? Like, what do other people look like? I hope they look worse than you, or than your client. Cause boy,
But it's kind of funny. This shit happened to my homie's dad one time. He sprayed the neighbor with a water hose, and then the neighbor came over and like gave him a black eye, and he went to jail for battery for spraying him with the water hose. And he had the black eye in the picture. What if he sprayed his neighbor with a hose, and the neighbor was like,
so the neighbor didn't get in trouble for punching him,
"Oh."
but he got in trouble for spraying him with water hose.
He like didn't stop spraying the hose.
Oh, such a tragedy. All right,
I don't know how the fucking court system handled it. I just know like dude went to jail for battery with a black eye. That was the same shit. That was kind of funny.
Yeah. That was this week's my client segment, boy. So you said you wanted to get started with well, yeah, you said get started with like making videos and stuff again, and stuff like that,
Something.
or even podcasting. Or,
I thought about that.
yeah. What have you thought of like a premise or like what you trying to go for?
Like music. That would be like my. So I try to do like artists and then see like I don't know maybe what got them into it, where they from,
Mm-hmm.
what they got going on, what their process is.
Do you feel like your love for music is pretty much what brought that to your mind?
Yeah, I just be trying to find some shit with music.
That's what's up though.
I feel like I don't got the image to be like a rapper for real unless I'm like.
Listen.
It's almost like every wave done been for the white guys been tapped into.
For the white guys, it's crazy work.
They either gonna compare you to Eminem, or if you try to be like I feel like I'll probably relate to like Mac Miller the most.
I mean,
But
you
like
got Eminem, you got Mac Miller, you got Macklemore, you got MGK,
I don't really like Eminem.
you got Post Malone, you got
See, that's what like be making me not want to rap. It's some of those people. Like
but they
I don't like Eminem. He done destroyed MGK, which I do like. So it's like those two knocked off. Post Malone trying to be a fucking country artist, knocked off.
I ain't gonna
He
lie.
kind of like came up and was like, "Oh, I don't even like want to be a rapper. Like I just thought this was the easiest wave." And like when I heard that, I kind of like lost respect for Post Malone. Like,
Bruh, the first
I like
song,
Mac, but Mac,
rest in peace. The first song I heard by Post Malone, White Iverson, I swore up and down that was a black man until I seen the music video.
I kind of felt like he was like I don't know. The braids and shit. Like he just looked.
So you feel the same way about
So
like
I feel
Riff
like
Raff?
I I don't know. One of my favorite videos on the internet is Riff Raff, and he's like in his car, and he's like, "My main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody," and then he like clanks his grills.
Yeah. I know a video somewhere.
I
I
don't know.
done.
I kind of like people who like blew up, stuck to their own wave, and like made it a thing, like Riff Raff, Vanilla Ice, like not Vanilla Ice. Damn, I just disrespected my boy. I meant Paul Wall.
That's a huge difference. Whoa. Different cities, different rap styles.
Different eras.
What? That boy Vanilla Ice
No, but
old.
they just like yeah, he sold out. But I don't know, people that stick to their own wave. Mac stuck to his own wave.
Yeah, I mess with Mac heavy. That's why he on the wall.
I like Mac.
Rest in peace. You ever thought about streaming or anything like that either?
I tried. I don't got the dedication. I like stream like every day for like a week, and my most viewers was like 5, and I was like,
That's good though. Not gonna lie, if somebody just starting off, 5 viewers, that's pretty straight.
see, I'm like, nah, this shit dead.
No, cause I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been some times where I done streamed and I was talking to myself.
A lot of times I don't like want to play the games people want to watch either.
And that's the thing too. You will be surprised
Yeah,
on what.
people like older games. I honestly thought about like just starting like some YouTube shit and just playing like the old. I showed you the emulator shit where I could get like every game for every
Yeah,
console.
yeah,
If I just played like a bunch of games
bro, you
throughout
go
and like
crazy. And then have your chat request certain games, knowing that you can get it. You
yeah,
next
cut
stream you
that. They
playing
gonna take
that.
that. Someone's gonna take that.
You right. I mean, you didn't say the website though. I think you did. I
It's
think you
pretty
did.
easy to find.
Yeah, especially if you got
I just
PC.
seen someone got on Facebook post like they were at their like little brother's house and he was playing a PS2 game on this thing, and I was like, damn, that's the shit I'll be doing.
Yeah, I want me a PlayStation 2. I want me an old
I
Xbox.
got one. I gotta get the fucking. I don't have the old Xbox. I got a PS2. I think I gotta get the cords.
The power and the video
I don't got a
cords.
controller either.
Oh dang! So you literally just got the box.
I don't even know where I got it. It's not what. My favorite one is the slim silver one too.
Okay.
I kind of want that one, but I
Which
got
one
like
is
the fat ass
the
old
fat
one.
black one? Yeah.
But that's the one you can put like 2 memory cards. Well, you can put 2 memory cards in the other one too. But
Yeah. Yeah. That good old boy. Old reliable. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. That was another episode of Likkle Table. I want to give thanks to my brother for dropping in again. I
yes,
appreciate
sir.
it. It's always a pleasure.
I'm coming for the high score. Who got the high score?
My brother.
You thought about it? Kibian?
Yeah, I think he
That's
had
what
like
I
4 or
thought.
5. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. He got the crown right now.
Kibian, I'm coming for you, gang.
Well, I appreciate love all of my supporters, my listeners and viewers. If you're watching the video on YouTube and like what you saw, make sure you drop the like on the video for me, please. It's a click away right down there at the bottom. Make sure you post your comments, get involved in any of the segments, ask me any questions, and they'll be addressed in later episodes. Make sure you share the video with your loved ones, your friends, and family, and get the video in circulation. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, boy. We are at 110 subs. We are 90 away from that 200. And like I was saying earlier, I got the Silent Library video planned for y'all, so let's make that happen. And then 40 subs, I'm going to do the page on his own for all the clips and stuff like that. So we got some stuff in the works.
So basically, 2 weeks, we're going to have those videos because we finna take off.
Lord willing. But all the support on the way is definitely going to
into existence.
Right, you definitely got to. You got to manifest. And all the support in the future is definitely going to be appreciated of as well. And all of my supporters and listeners on any of the other streaming services, an example, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Refonic, Odyssey, so on and so forth. Make sure y'all drop ratings and comments so I can know what y'all thought as well. And this was your host, your favorite neighborhood Rasta, and we're up out of here. Peace and blessings. But when you got to pick the fan up and put it in your face, it's a problem. This is ridiculous. This should be illegal. That should also be illegal. You pretty much got to argue on their behalf on why they did what they did, if they did it at all.
That's kind of ironic. I just told my coworker was trying to tell me about something today, and I was like trying to like put myself in the other dude's shoes. So I'm like, oh, what if like this happened, or what if he was thinking this, or like I was like, man, I kind of be a good lawyer, and he was like, yeah, get that shovel and keep digging.
You got too much dip on your chip, that boy. That's crazy.
Well, I be trying to watch the DDG videos now, and every time I do, I just think of that one post where you're like, this man done put his hands on the Little Mermaid. He fried.
Man, listen.